Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. This is another blog I received, and this person is very depressed, and they're saying that they're disappointed about the way Chad Kirton of Hoytes village treated them. Imagine lending him thousands of dollars as the sky was falling. You remember that storytelling tale where whoever it was thought that the acorn was the sky, and it was like the sky is falling, the sky is falling. So they discussed the situation with their family, and they assisted Chad with the money, and the repayment was supposed to be the following week, and that was 5 years ago. I could have told the person, that whoever wrote this, I could have told you that you never lend anyone money. Do not be a lender, do not be a borrower. Okay, do not lend people money. When people do not work hard for their money, they'll piss yours away. They will piss yours away. Sometimes there were times in the past where I loaned people money and things that I neglected for myself, I didn't do, and I saved that money for that particular rainy day. And when someone came to me to borrow money, then I heard that they were doing this or they were doing that. I was like, well, I wouldn't even do that with my money. And here it is, they're begging me, pleaded with me for money. And that's how they're using my money to do, such and such. When someone does not work for money, they're not going to appreciate it any other way. They need to work for it, okay? They need to work for their money. And if they take your money and they don't pay you, you were a slave. That put you in slavery. That means that you worked for that money, but you didn't enjoy it, you didn't use it, so that you were free. You were for free. So people who borrow money and don't pay back, they create slavery. People who borrow money and don't pay back create slavery. They are just like the colonial masters. They have that same mindset. They want something, but they don't want to work for it. They have you work for it, and then they leave you with nothing, and they go off with your money and do whatever they want to do, and then they find another victim. They are people who create slavery, people who borrow and don't pay back. So never lend anyone money because you don't want to contribute to slavery. Okay? Look at it that way. Look at it that way. Don't think that, oh, you're being selfish, oh, you feel bad for the person, or what. When someone comes to borrow your money, let them know, I don't want to contribute to slavery. They're going to say, what do you mean by that? They don't have to know what you mean by that, but you can tell them, but they don't have to know what you mean by that, because you know that once you let that money out your hand, not only are you not going to get back your money, but you've created like hatred, resentment. You've created other dimensions. You're creating. That's what we do. That's what we do. We create. Okay? And all creation is bad. It's bad. Bad. Stop trying to create things that you cannot control, because it's going to spiral out of your control. Stop creating. Stop creating. When you go to work and you save your money, keep your money. Keep your money. Anyone else that has that money, they're going to piss it away. And they should. And they should never pay you back, because you're stupid. It's a stupid thing to do. And I've been so hard on myself. I've been really hard on myself, because I always felt that people should win. Everyone should win. I always felt that way. You want to help people, assist them, but people don't see it the same way. They're not like-minded. Okay? They're not. They're not. They're not going to see it the way you may be altruistic or whatever. Keep that to yourself. Be generous to yourself. If you have that money and you are in a house and you're comfortable, buy another house, or buy a second car, or buy a toy, buy a sports car. Do for yourself. Do for yourself, okay? Because no one is going to appreciate the money that you're going to lend them. They don't appreciate the time that you took this, because your taxes were taken out of that money. You did everything legally, and that's money that is left over, and you are lending it to them. after the government took their amount and whoever else took their amount, and then you save and then you are lending it something. Don't lend anyone your money. I don't want to go on like this all the time. Do not lend anyone your money. You're creating slavery. You are creating slavery when you lend money to someone, and people who borrow money from you, they like slavery. They like it. They like it. Okay? So let's go on. That was 5 years ago. Up to this day, no repayment. Well, I think I said that. Furthermore, he has changed his cell number. I think I said that. Just goes to show you should never help people. I just said that. No matter the situation, I just said that. I am so depressed. I just said that. It puts you in a state, because then you start to realize that behind the beast, there's a monster. Behind the beast, there's a monster. Okay? And that's what is shocking to us all. That's what's really shocking, that someone could be so monstrous. You just don't think they have it in them, but they do. They do. Okay? So this is a blog that came to. This is also from Facebook, and it went into the group, my Naked Departure group on Facebook. And it's not an anonymous member, but they put it up anonymously and they will stay anonymous. But this person is pretty depressed because they didn't get their money back. Okay? This is Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.